The National Electrical Code, or NEC, does not explicitly require contactors for variable frequency drives, often referred to as VFD. However, many manufacturers and industry best practices recommend using contactors for several reasons. Firstly, motor safety. Contactors can protect motors by isolating them from the VFD output when the drive is not operating, preventing damage from overvoltage or overcurrent. Secondly, personnel safety. Contactors can be interlocked with the VFD control circuit to ensure that the motor is disconnected before any maintenance or troubleshooting is performed. If a contactor is installed between the VFD and the motor, it is important to remember that it must be opened before the VFD output is turned off to prevent damage to the drive. Regarding disconnects after VFD, NEC Article 430.111 allows for the upstream lockable disconnect to act as the motor disconnect switch for motors controlled by VFD. However, this disconnect must be located within sight of the motor and accessible to qualified personnel. When considering applications with multiple pumps and a fan motor, several factors come into play, starting with personnel safety. If there is a risk of personnel coming into contact with moving equipment, contactors interlocked with the Master Control Relay, or MCR, relay would be advisable for all pumps and the fan motor. Next, maintenance access. If it is necessary to access the pump room for maintenance or troubleshooting, contactors would allow for the motors to be isolated without having to energize the VFD. Contactors can provide a convenient way to start and stop the motors remotely or from a central location. However, it is worth noting that contactors can add to the overall cost of the installation. Based on the information provided, it is generally recommended to use contactors for all pumps and the fan motor for personnel safety and convenience. The contactors should be interlocked with the drive control circuit and the MCR relay to ensure proper operation and protection. Considering a specific application involving pumps controlled by a VFD, several aspects need careful evaluation. The primary consideration revolves around safety, both for the equipment and personnel. VFDs, while offering precise motor control and energy savings, introduce complexities that necessitate robust safety measures. Firstly, let's discuss motor protection. VFD can sometimes produce voltage spikes or harmonic distortions that can stress motor insulation over time. A contactor placed between the VFD and the motor can isolate the motor when the VFD is not actively controlling it, reducing exposure to these potential stresses. This isolation is especially important in environments where the VFD might experience frequent starts and stops or where the power supply is prone to fluctuations. Secondly, personnel safety is paramount. When maintenance or troubleshooting is required on a motor or its connected machinery, it's crucial to ensure that the motor is completely de-energized. A contactor provides a readily accessible means of achieving this, especially when interlocked with a master control relay or emergency start system. This ensures that the motor cannot be inadvertently started while someone is working on it, preventing potential injuries. Thirdly, consider the operational aspects. While VFD offers sophisticated control capabilities, sometimes a simple on-off switch is all that's needed. Contactors can provide this basic functionality, allowing for straightforward motor control in situations where the VFD advanced features aren't necessary. This can be particularly useful for infrequently used equipment or during emergency situations. Fourthly, the NEC guidelines play a significant role in determining the need for contactors. Although the NEC doesn't explicitly mandate contactors for all VFD applications, it emphasizes the need for disconnect means that can be locked out for safety during maintenance. A contactor, in conjunction with a lockable disconnect switch, can fulfill this requirement, providing a secure way to isolate the motor circuit. Fifthly, the specific environment in which the equipment operates can influence the decision. In harsh or hazardous environments, where the risk of electrical faults is higher, the added protection afforded by contactors becomes even more valuable. They can help to prevent the spread of faults and minimize the potential for damage to equipment or injury to personnel. Sixthly, cost considerations are always a factor. While contactors add to the initial cost of the installation, they can potentially save money in the long run by reducing the risk of motor damage and improving safety. The cost-benefit analysis should take into account the specific application, the environment, and the potential consequences of a motor failure or safety incident. Seventhly, the location of the disconnect is important. NEC Article 430.111 states that the disconnect must be within sight of the motor and accessible. If the VFD is located remotely, a contactor near the motor acting as a local disconnect can satisfy this requirement. Eighthly, consider the complexity of the control system. In some applications, the VFD may be part of a larger, more complex control system. Contactors can be integrated into the system to provide additional control and safety features. For example, they can be used to automatically shut down motors in response to alarms or other abnormal conditions. Ninthly, think about future maintenance. Ease of maintenance is a key consideration in any electrical installation. Contactors can simplify maintenance by providing a convenient way to isolate motors and other equipment. This can reduce downtime and make it easier to perform routine maintenance tasks. Tenthly, evaluate the risk assessment. A thorough risk assessment should be conducted to identify potential hazards and determine the appropriate safety measures. This assessment should take into account the specific characteristics of the application, the environment, and the personnel who will be working with the equipment. In many situations, the risk assessment will conclude that contactors are necessary to provide an acceptable level of safety. Let's delve deeper into the practical application of these principles. Imagine a scenario involving a series of pumps operating in a water treatment facility. These pumps, ranging from 5 to 30 horsepower, are controlled by VFD located in an adjacent control room. Additionally, there's a 20 horsepower fan motor situated outdoors. In this context, the recommendation to use contactors for all pumps in the fan motor is strongly supported by several factors. Firstly, the presence of multiple pumps in a fan motor increases the likelihood of simultaneous maintenance activities. With contactors in place, individual motors can be safely isolated without disrupting the operation of others. This minimizes downtime and enhances overall operational efficiency. Secondly, the outdoor location of the fan motor introduces environmental factors that necessitate enhanced protection. Exposure to weather elements such as rain, humidity, and temperature extremes can accelerate motor degradation and increase the risk of electrical faults. A contactor provides an additional layer of protection, isolating the motor from the VFD when it's not in use and reducing its exposure to these environmental stresses. Thirdly, the control room's remote location from the motors underscores the importance of local disconnect means. Contactors, positioned near each motor, serve as readily accessible disconnects, allowing personnel to quickly de-energize the equipment in case of emergencies or during maintenance procedures. This eliminates the need to travel to the control room to operate the VFD disconnects, saving time and improving safety. Fourthly, the interlocking of contactors with the MCR relay provides a crucial safety mechanism. In the event of an emergency, such as a fire or a hazardous materials spill, activating the MCR relay will immediately de-energize all motors, preventing further damage or potential injuries. This coordinated shutdown capability is essential for maintaining a safe working environment. Fifthly, the use of VFD introduces harmonic distortion into the electrical system. These harmonics can negatively impact other equipment connected to the same power supply. Contactors can help to mitigate these effects by isolating the motors when the VFD are not actively controlling them. Sixthly, the specific type of pumps used in a water treatment facility can influence the choice of contactors. For example, if the pumps are submersible, the contactors should be selected to withstand the corrosive effects of the water. Similarly, if the pumps are used to handle flammable liquids, the contactors should be explosion-proof. Seventhly, the frequency of motor starts and stops can affect the lifespan of the contactors. If the motors are started and stopped frequently, the contactors should be rated for heavy-duty use. This will ensure that they can withstand the mechanical stresses associated with frequent switching. Eighthly, the ambient temperature in which the contactors are installed can affect their performance. If the contactors are installed in a hot environment, they should be deaerated to prevent overheating. Ninthly, the altitude at which the contactors are installed can also affect their performance. At higher altitudes, the air is thinner, which can reduce the cooling capacity of the contactors. Tenthly, the presence of dust or other contaminants could affect the performance of the contactors. If the contactors are installed in a dusty environment, they should be enclosed in a dust-tight enclosure. In summary, the decision to use contactors with VFD is a multifaceted one that requires careful consideration of numerous factors. While the NEC provides general guidelines, the specific requirements of each application must be evaluated to determine the most appropriate solution. Prioritizing safety, operational efficiency, and long-term reliability will lead to informed decisions that enhance the overall performance and safety of electrical systems. This includes considerations such as motor protection, personnel safety, operational needs, NEC compliance, environmental factors, cost, disconnect location, control system complexity, maintenance ease, and risk assessment.